I'm GamerFitNation's BlackBible, and this is my review of NBA Ball Beats for the Kinect. You gotta check it out.
Do it again, this is how it goes.
What makes NBA Ball Beats different is that it comes with official sprawling ball. On top of that, if you know anything about Ball Beats, what's cool about it is it's a rhythm-based game that allows you to use an official sprawling ball, any basketball, to actually play. You actually do need the ball, so for those of you thinking you could just do this, it's not going to happen, because I guess the way the Kinect reads it, it also reads, I guess, the impact of the ball. Now, before I get to the, I guess, major two gripes, I'm going to tell you what's great about it. Or maybe I should just give it to you right now. The only thing that to be concerned about this game truly is, if you live in New York, I live in New York. So I have to be cautious that because I live in New York, I live in an apartment, I have neighbors underneath, and I have to make sure that, you know, I'm not disturbing them. So I wouldn't be playing this at late night. But if you're playing in the middle of the day, depending on who your neighbor is, and when I say your neighbor, the people who live under you, they might not care, you know? But you could talk to them about it. But that might be the one gripe. Another gripe would be if you have like shag carpets. But truth be told, who really does have shag carpets? I mean, who are you, like the Prince of Persia? Anyway, the point is, this ball does work on most carpets. Now, the actual game itself, that's the most important part. And I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay as well. Now, when it comes to Ball Beats, pretty much, if you look at the open the screen, you have a versus mode, the locker mode, which I'm going to explain more about, and then you actually have the play mode. Alright, the first thing I want to show you before we actually play the game is something called the locker room. What's cool about the locker room is that you have the ability to either, you know, check on snapshots, which is, you know, taking pictures of you while you're playing a game, and you can also go to the NBA store. Now, what's cool about the NBA store is that it unlocks more stuff in the game. Pretty much going by the scores you accumulated, and you can use those points to purchase things in the store, such as more song tracks, extended song tracks, because the songs you do have already, well, it's only like half of the song. You'll get the full song, which means that you'll have more time to play. You also get posters and cards and a lot of other cool stuff. Unlock stages, you name it. I mean, this game already comes with 30 tracks, so you pretty much have a lot on your plate. And the best part about this game is it has continuous movement for what, 3 to 4 or 5 minutes, because you're actually doing basketball to a whole song. But we're gonna show you some more about it. Let's go to gameplay. Alright, watch how I play. And I suck at basketball, by the way. Now, if you see from right there, you know, without going too deep, it pretty much tracks your bouncing, it tracks wherever the ball goes. It even tracks your body movement. Now, what's cool is you can either cross over, pass, or even take a shot. I mean, of course, you don't let go of the ball, or you're going to have some problems in the house when you hit the glass or whatever. But pretty much it's all about ball control. You can choose the difficulty, which is cool because, you know what, if you're playing something in your house, especially, 9 times out of 10 you're playing this in your house, you don't want to start off on a high difficulty level and you're not really that good, because then the ball will be flying everywhere. Now, what's really cool though, it actually makes you better when it comes to dribbling, which I am terrible. I am tall for nothing when it comes to basketball. So this actually makes me a little bit, you know, personally feel a lot better when I can play this game to a beat. And that's the thing, that's the key point. What's really cool is the fact that if you're bouncing it, you're not really bouncing it just to bounce it, you're bouncing it to the beat. So as long as you're going with the rhythm of the music, you're gonna do well. You know, I mean, and then eventually you get the control, you know the song, you get the cross, you know what to do. Next thing you know, you're on the basketball court doing it for real. I mean, another mode is versus mode. Now, this is really different from any versus mode I've seen, in the sense that, you know, most rhythm-based games, the most you can see that at a time, well, not at a time, but most rhythm-based games has up to 4 players. This rhythm-based game has up to 8 players. And the way it is a switch-out competition. I mean, pretty much, you can get 8 different people come in, somebody does the joint, next thing you know, pass it to the next person, they come in, do their stuff, and then, you know, of course, obviously, whoever comes out with the best score wins. But, I mean, just the very fact that, I mean, most people wouldn't have 8 people in the living room, but take it as if you are that person with 8 people in your living room, you can do it. And at the same time, hey, you could take this to, I guess, a park. Well, no, I guess a gym, an indoor gym, plug it up to a TV and have a couple of people do it. I don't know. I'm going to be doing some stuff with Baller Beats pretty soon, and I'll give you some ideas of what you can do with Baller Beats. Overall, other than, the, like I said, the gripe of living in an apartment, and if you have a shag carpet, NBA Baller Beats is a really good game. It's actually really interesting and unique. In theory, it would be considered weird because, you know, if somebody was to tell me, hey, I can play basketball in my house, I mean, you would think, well, yeah, I could do that without the game, but the big difference is you're doing it with the game, and the game actually improves you. You know, you can sit there and dribble, but take it from when you were a kid trying to play basketball, dribbling by yourself or going outside. Now, you and your friends can pretty much dribble to music, catch a rhythm. I mean, if I had this growing up, maybe I'd be a better baller. So never catch me on the basketball court, that's the point. Anyway, overall, I really do like NBA Baller Beats. It's kind of hard to give this. It's like I want to give it a high score in the sense I really want to give it a perfect score because, truth be told, it's really technically nothing wrong with it other than the fact that if you don't fit the norm situation. It depends on you. If you're in a situation where you live in an apartment and you can't really bounce a ball in your house, then it affects you. If you're not, then it doesn't affect you. So it's kind of perfect for a person who lives in a home, but for a person who lives in an apartment, it might not be so perfect. For a person with a carpet, it might not be so perfect. You understand? So I want to give NBA Baller Beats a really hard 9. I want to give it a 9 because, like I said, I'm going to subtract, like, from the fact, you know, the carpet aspect, and I'm subtracting for the apartment aspect. But in theory, it deserves a 10. I hope you can understand that. It's a really good game. Try it out. And like I said, for the official sport and ball, you can't go wrong. $60, official NBA ball.
Do it again, this is how it goes.